These times I'm about 2 years into the brand and I'm struggling, I'm facing little hurdles and whatever the case may be. And in my head I'm just thinking there's other options where I can just make money quicker.
Straight.
I can just make money quicker.
Slit eyebrows, he got his trim done, Jordans, and he's fly. But his sense and his social awareness is so little that he could get stabbed, shot, ran over for absolutely no reason.
He made 10 grand, but he went to jail for 2 years. I told him you went to jail for 5k a year.
But you've got police on your back, you've got your ops on your back.
So, as we've got to pack up really fast, I need like 30 seconds. Inspire a young person who's in the room or who's on the back of these cameras in terms of why not to wear hoods, why not to have your trousers down to the bottom, why not to go country. What is the inspiration to not go that direction? Please, my boy.
So this one here, this was like a personal story between me and my dad. My dad's like my mentor to me. Like throughout business, he's helping me along the journey. One time I was in a car with him, he was rolling, I was passenger in the car, he's driving. We're speaking about the clothing brand. These times I'm about 2 years into the brand and I'm struggling, I'm facing little hurdles and whatever the case may be. And in my head I'm just thinking there's other options where I can just make money quicker.
Straight.
I can just make money quicker, do you understand what I mean? And my dad sat down to me, we're driving on the road and there must be about 10 people on the road. And he said to me, Tay, out of these 10 people here, how many people do you think take drugs? I scanned the road, of course I don't know, but I scanned the road and I said, okay, out of the 10, let's pick 2. Maybe 2 people out of the 10 might take drugs. He said to me, Tay, out of these 10 people, how many of them are wearing clothes? I looked around, every single one of them is wearing clothes. So he said to me, Tay, when you think about it really and truly, which one can you make more money from now? Which one can you profit off more, if that makes sense? You understand what I mean? When it comes to selling drugs and whatever the case may be, short term, it might look like you're making money, but in reality, you've got a smaller market anyway. Not only that, but you've got police on your back, you've got your ops on your back, running your business and you're flying straight. You don't need to look behind your back, if that makes sense. So I say the short route isn't always the best route, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the gem that my dad passed down to me and kind of the gem that I step with moving forward.
And that's what I mean, the dad passed it to him, he's passing it to somebody else. So round of applause for that, yeah? Serious. Next up, jump in. And we make it easy for him. Inspire our team.
Wow, I'm going to go back to your topic, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm Caribbean, yeah? There is a couple children in the kids club that I'm absolutely terrified for. You see me and I'm working with Dexter. Not everyone can do this, do you get? I conduct myself in a way where you become an asset. You cannot go into an interview and wear a tracksuit. You have 7 seconds to give your first impression. Any single interviewer, whether it's Dexter, me, Pam, Miriam, Samoa, any of you. Why sag? Why look like a hoodlum on the streets? Why stare down people? Why sell drugs? Why go travel on train to Headfisher, all these shirts in the UK just for a little £40, which you can get from a 9 to 5. My thing is, if you can work a 9 to 5 and get more money, why go missing 48, double that to make a 1 or 2 20 sheets? Why? It doesn't make any sense. In the kids club, there's one child and hopefully I'll get the chance to work on him because he's literally a bad influence to his sister that goes there as well. If Daniel's in here, you will know who I'm talking about. His name, which I'm not going to disclose, he's there and he's big like me and the age group is from 8 to 13. He's big like me, but his mind is in a different place. He has slit eyebrows, he got his trim done, Jordans, he's fly. But his sense and his social awareness is so little that he could get stabbed, shot, ran over for absolutely no reason. My thing is, all of this stuff from sagging, wearing these clothes and whatever comes from the parents because you're funding this. You go into JD and you see trap star, what does that mean?
Jeez.
You go into JD and you see rich, this, that,
Hood.
trap, hood, this. What hood? Croydon is not a hood. The whole borough of Croydon has changed. We're the borough of culture. Dexter made it the borough of tech.
Aye. Just pause it there, my brother. We got to move out, please. Let's go. 30 seconds.
I originally grew up in Croydon, innit? So I know how it was like back in the day and everything like that. I always say like, picture yourself in 5 years and picture yourself as the best version you want to be and like try to elevate yourself into a positive light and try to solve the problems and come up with the solutions better than the older generations or the olders on the block or people that are selling drugs and doing all these things. Because at the end of the day, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a religious person, I'm a man of God as well. I know I'm going off a tangent here. Basically, just always picture yourself as the brightest light and the brightest star that you can be as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it a bit deeper. So I did a degree in, not degree, I did A-levels in something called philosophy and ethics. There's one thing that teacher taught me in that lesson that changed my life forever. So when you die, we're all gonna die one day, and everyone that knows you dies, technically you didn't exist. Because if you passed away and everyone that's ever known of your existence also dies, you didn't really exist. And when I heard that, I was like, that is deep. Like if I die, I don't leave some sort of impact or legacy. I technically didn't exist. There's someone that lived right now in the 1600s that passed away, and all his friends passed away. Now he doesn't exist anymore. And I feel like that's so mad deep. So I feel like everything I do, yeah, it's about leaving impact. I feel like in the day, money is great, and we all want to make money, we're all going to make money, but it's about what people say about you when you're gone. That's what really matters. About the impact you left behind, all these things, about whose life you made easier. That's what we're here. That's what Dexter does what he does. I feel like my angle is always, how can I make someone else's life better? When I move on, they can say something about Austin.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Yeah, so just simply, first off, if any young'uns in there, beef don't make sense. It costs to go to war. If you check the US defense budget, it's not a joke. So, and when I say costs, I don't even mean financially costs as well. I also mean your peace of mind, your freedom to do wherever you go, wherever you want. So think about that, number one. Drug dealing. Drug dealing is just like any other career. Rapping, footballers. There could be 1 million rappers in the UK, but only 50 have made it to a decent level where they're living for themselves. It's the same with drug dealing. It's not power, it's not top boy. Not everyone's bound to make it, so there's no point. Furthermore, I even had a friend that, well, not a friend, but an acquaintance back in my area where he made 10 grand, but he went to jail for 2 years. I told him, you went to jail for 5K a year. If you could have worked a normal job and life would have been great. So when you think about it financially, it doesn't make sense. So at the end of the day, when it comes to money, I don't love money. I love what money can provide. Freedom, time freedom, to be able to do what you want, to have a peaceful life and make sure things can be as convenient as possible. So, yeah.
Youngest in charge.
I always ask my older generation, I say, have you become the person that you needed when you was younger? If so, how? If not, how comes? Because a lot of the time, the same trials and tribulations we're facing, a lot of the time the older generation has an opinion about the actions of the younger generation, the pants hanging down, the attitude, but them not doing nothing to fix it or implement or actually help. So for me, I don't really have respect for those types of older generation people. I respect the ones that actually really standing up and teaching. But the point that I'll leave with today is we're in Black Tech Day, and there's a young man that I met yesterday, who showed me that he used his brain, his critical thinking, and we've been blessed with YouTube. And there's a lot of us, even I'm sure a lot of us have released content on YouTube where we're teaching and aiming to inspire the next generation. Google it yourself. Like for the young generation that's coming up, you need to be the one that actually wants that career for yourself. So I met a young man who built his own computer, like built a supercomputer. So I'm saying, bro, why did you buy this or build this rather than buy your own? He's saying, if that goes broken in there, I can just go in there, unscrew it, fix it and replace it. I'm saying, I never thought of it like that. Like these little things that you didn't let anything stop you from getting what you needed. And now in the long term, it's cost effective because now you're fixing these little small components. We know we're in a cost of living crisis. His things, you don't need a new supercomputer. So it's thinking for the long term. So before I was anything, I was a self-appointed ambassador. If you see there's a problem in the world, just pick up your weight and try to do something about it first.
Beautiful. Film this.